Hey, everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. The return man here, T.J. Jones. And now running right through him. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Well, CD, want to ask you about Matthew Stafford as he and the Detroit Lions trot out here. This past year, just 21 touchdown passes for Stafford, his fewest in a full season in his career, into his 30s now. I'm not trying to make it sound like he's done in his career by any means, but what do you see from him going forward?
I think he's going to have to transition a little bit. He's very used to the entire offense running through him and throwing the football and trying to reach 5,000 yards. I think that they've made a move with the running game. Kerryon Johnson, their #2 pick out of Auburn last year, played well when healthy. They're going to transition to being much more of a running team and allow him to throw off of that. If he makes that transition, he should have better throwing windows downfield and not get hit nearly as much.
He gets this one to Bruce Ellington. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22. He got 29 yards that time. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Stafford. Ellington has it, middle of the field. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Stay 50, stay 50.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive this afternoon results in 3. Not sure that that's a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there, aren't you? Letting them know, hey, we came to play today.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, all right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And Gresham has it left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Over! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Check. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. For Johnson, if you remember back before the year, he said he wanted 1,000 yards rushing and receiving. Well, he came close in rushing, 940. Didn't even get halfway there, though, receiving-wise, Charles, just 446.
And I know they brought in Cliff Kingsbury in large part to help Josh Rosen, their #1 pick at quarterback last year. His offense also needs to fit David Johnson's talent, because the better David Johnson plays, the more touches and carries he has, the better the young quarterback will play as well.
Well, no doubt it was a big drop-off from 2016 when he had 2,100 scrimmage yards and 20 touchdowns. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Green 39! Green 39! Shoot!
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9.
Gun! 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 44, Mike, 44. Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and sneak it here.
We often hear analysts talk about a quarterback's wingspan, almost like a forward in basketball. But here's where it pays to have a long reach. They find a slight opening and able to stick the ball forward to pick up first downs.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Phillips. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Now let's go! 3-19!
The first down carry here for Johnson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go play action. It's Rosen. And his throw here is incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Detroit. Detroit. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And down inside the 15 he goes. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. You got 4. All right, here we go. 3-19.
They pitch it out to Johnson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Dawson tacks on the point after. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3. And it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half 3-0 New England? Stephen Gostkowski with a field goal. Then they finally tie it up with Greg Zuerlein at the end of 3 quarters of the Rams knocking one through the post. The Patriots, the 3rd team to win the year after losing the Super Bowl, the first since the Dolphins in 1972.
And, of course, the big number now for New England, 6 titles, and they are tied with the Steelers for the most ever. Tackle made by Marcus Golden. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We're rolling, we're rolling.
On first down, Stafford here. And that's complete. It's Addington. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll run it with Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, 2nd major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Paubin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, IB Strafen. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know, if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down, and they went down hard. That's how the Raiders do it.
How about Paubin, though? Wins $100,000 for his efforts. Also won Super Bowl tickets for the next day. Unselfishly gave them to his father and his brother.
How about that? That's pretty cool. Congratulations, Paubin. Way to go.
Caught right side, Gresham. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On the toss, here's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who is absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed with the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there. Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime scout with the Cowboys. And I love the senior committee bringing in Johnny Robinson, the safety with Kansas City.
Tony Gonzalez was a first ballot guy. And, of course, when I hear Ty Law's name, you think, wow, he started this great Patriots dynasty that we're still living in.
You're exactly right. And the Patriots, with all of their championships, probably underrepresented in the Hall of Fame.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
We're rolling, we're rolling. Hey, tack 32, tack 32. Set, waiting.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
Zero. Double, tack.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dayon Buchanan coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. To throw is Stafford. And this throw will be intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Charles, a bit earlier, we talked about Josh Rosen's rookie campaign. Let's take a step back, look at Arizona collectively. You know, they're going to be picking number 1 overall in the draft for the first time since 1958 by virtue of their 3-13 finish. Where do you see them going with that number 1 pick?
I think that their general manager will announce, as the general manager of Tennessee did a few seasons ago, that we're open for business. Call us. Let's talk, because I think that they would not mind getting out of the number 1 pick. They can bundle together some players to help them with the progress of their young quarterback, Josh Rosen. That's who they need to build around. He's their future. Make sure he stays upright. Make sure he has weapons to throw to. That's where the Cardinals are going to go. So I don't know if they're going to be stuck on just taking one guy. They may want to turn that into a few players.
They toss it out right to Johnson. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On third down, Rosen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
And Dawson's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game, probably something they need to do more of here losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. Throwing deep for Galladay. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl, and as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and for the second straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Donald was expected. We knew that was going to happen. Mahomes, we thought would happen. There was that school of thought that maybe Drew Brees might walk away with the MVP since he's never won one, but Mahomes a deserving winner. How about the Offensive Rookie of the Year? Saquon Barkley with the Giants. Many thought it might be Baker Mayfield with Cleveland.
Yeah, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Darius Leonard of the Colts, and the Colts Comeback Player of the Year, Andrew Luck, and very deservedly so.
I would say that for sure. And
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Damon Harrison coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 3rd and long here for Rosen. And the pressure gets to him again. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Big 20.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On play action, Rosen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? And now here is another interception. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And they will score. It's It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Now Dawson for the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's Stafford now on second down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. To throw on second down is Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Play action. Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. From the gun, here's Stafford. Out to the flat for Riddick. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a second down. Stafford looks to throw again. Oh, and my goodness, another interception. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Gun! Watch him now, Barney!
After the interception, here's Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28.
All right, now, look at 56. 56. Lucky 56.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Over.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop. On third down, it's Johnson. And a nice spin into some open field. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 67 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, and it's got him in the lead. Now Rosen will lead him up here to go for 2.
Patriot!
From the gun, it's Rosen. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
So out now come the Lions. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Jones has it. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Jumbo! Hey, tag 50 left.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Set, 180.
I'm here all day.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
11. White 7.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Johnson. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Leopard.
Don't get nervous.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Here we go now. 3:19. 3:19.
You all day. All day.
On 2nd down, Rosen. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald, 27 yards. And the Cardinals add on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Double right.
Hurry.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. Ellington has it, middle of the field. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Big 20.
Crash.
Now Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Big 20, big 20.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dayon Buchanan in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Real right, real right.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. It's hauled in by Ellington. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Hey, Red. Zebra.
Here we go.
Stafford on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Hey, go here.
Now it's Stafford. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Big 20, big 20. 11-11. Omaha, remember? Look at that.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Rosen off the play action. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Larry Fitzgerald, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cards continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
51's the mic.
They begin the drive with Johnson, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle there to Gerald Hodges.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. He's got a man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards.
Hey, Red! Real right!
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. And now here's another interception. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Detroit!
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? He's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. It's a foot race. The 40. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Extra point good by Prater as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Check 3. 51 the mic, boy, 51.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Switch it. Yeah, switch it.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
One last throw here for Stanford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.